I was skeptical about this one. I mean, I've seen gaming laptops come and go, and most of them either overheat in my lap or sound like a jet engine taking off. But this Lenovo Legion 5i? It actually surprised me. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I first noticed it wasn't just another flashy machine when I unboxed it. The build feels solid, no creaky plastic here. The 16-inch 240Hz WQXGA display is the star of the show. Colors pop, and the 500 nit brightness means I can game in a sunlit room without squinting. The 2560 by 1600 resolution keeps everything sharp, and the 240Hz refresh rate makes fast-paced games feel buttery smooth. I played a few rounds of Call of Duty and Cyberpunk 2077, and the difference compared to my old laptop was night and day. Under the hood, it's packing an Intel Ultra 9275HX processor with 24 cores. That thing handles multitasking like a champ. I had Chrome open with 20 tabs, a Discord call running, and Civilization 6 in the background, and it barely broke a sweat. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 with 8GB GDDR7 is no slouch either. It ran Alan Wake 2 on high settings with DLSS at a solid 60+ FPS. Ray tracing? Yeah, it handled that too, though I had to tweak a few settings to keep the temps in check. Storage and memory are where this thing really shines for everyday use. It comes with a 128GB PSD, 64GB RAM plus 1TB SSD, which is a bit unusual, but the 1TB SSD is fast and spacious enough for most games and files. I've got Elden Ring, Starfield, and a bunch of indie titles installed, and I still have room for more. The 64GB of RAM is overkill for now, but I know it'll future-proof this machine for a few years. One thing that stood out was the keyboard. The RGB backlighting isn't just for show, it's customizable, and the keys feel responsive. I've used laptops where the keys felt mushy, but these have a nice tactile feedback. The touchpad is also large and precise, which is great for productivity tasks. I've even used it for light photo editing in Photoshop, and it handled that smoothly. Connectivity is another win. Wi-Fi 7 is included, which means faster and more stable wireless connections, especially if you're streaming or downloading large files. There are also plenty of ports: USB-A, USB-C, HDMI, and even an Ethernet jack if you prefer a wired connection. I plugged in my external SSD and my gaming headset without any issues. Now, it's not perfect. The fans can get loud under heavy loads, though Lenovo's Vantage software lets you tweak fan curves to keep noise down. Battery life is decent for a gaming laptop, but don't expect it to last all day, expect around 3 to 4 hours with light use. And while the display is gorgeous, the bezels are a bit chunky compared to some newer Ultrabooks. Overall, though, this Legion 5i is a solid pick if you want a gaming laptop that doesn't compromise on performance or build quality. It's not the cheapest option out there, but it delivers where it counts. If you're in the market for a high-end gaming laptop that can handle both work and play without breaking a sweat, this one's worth a look. Check it out using the link below. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Lenovo Legion 5i 16-inch AI gaming laptop, 16 240Hz WQXGA, 2560 by 1600 IPS 500 nits, Intel 24-core Ultra 9275HX, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5068GB GDDR7, RGB backlit, Wi-Fi 7, Win 11 Pro, W/128GB PSD, 64GB, 1TB SSD, sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like feature and processor actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Lenovo Legion 5i 16-inch AI gaming laptop, 16 240Hz WQXGA, 2560 by 1600 IPS 500 nits, Intel 24-core Ultra 9275HX, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5068GB GDDR7, RGB backlit, Wi-Fi 7, Win 11 Pro, W/128GB PSD, 64GB, 1TB SSD, usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.